Hey, what's up? My name is Matt Taylor. Happy Monday. It's time to get a minute better. This week's topic is for the streamers, podcasters, and just general Dungeons & Dragons players out there because we're talking about Fantasy Grounds and how to set it up. Fantasy Grounds is a virtual tabletop software for people that want to play D&D and other tabletops with their friends online. This is especially helpful for people that can't meet up locally, like my friends and I, because we live so far away from each other. So let's get 60 seconds on the clock and get started. First, you'll need to actually purchase the software itself. You can either do a one-time payment up front or you can do month to month. I personally recommend the larger one-time payment up front rather than the month to month because it'll save you potentially hundreds of dollars in the long run. You can either purchase it directly from their website or from Steam, whichever you find easier. Once you've installed the software and opened it up, click on the settings button to open up a dialog box that looks like it's from Windows 95. At the top of the settings window, you'll see a place to enter your license key, so enter your key code and your Fantasy Grounds username in the Fantasy Grounds store purchases box and click update. This will give you full access to the software. Close this window and go back to the main menu. To make sure you're working from the most recent version, click check for updates to run the check and it will complete automatically. You do have to manually click this button from time to time to make sure that you're up to date. Once that's finished, you're ready to create your first game. Click the create new campaign button, type in the name for your campaign, select a rule set most relevant to the game that you want to run, and click generate alias. This alias will be a 4-word address that will lead your players to your specific hosted server. I've blurred mine out for privacy, but it'll be something awesome like Salty Unicorn Massive Rogue or something along those lines. Click Run Test to make sure your players can connect to your server, and if you see a green success, then click Start, and thus begins your adventure. That's the end of our minute. I hope this information was helpful to you in a basic way of getting Fantasy Grounds up and running. A quick shout out to Colby Marshall for your continued support on Patreon. It really helps us out quite a lot. If anybody wants to join Colby on Patreon, the link is in the description of this video, and there you'll see polls for getting to choose what tutorials we do next. If this video is helpful to you, please consider liking it and subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you next Monday.